right, welcome. Now, by the title of this video, you're probably wondering why it's so fucking braggadocious. I am going to teach you, without question, undoubtedly, unfathomably, the single best way to learn copy in the world. This method alone, I have taught to people in the last couple of weeks as a test, and I can confidently say it is the best thing I've ever fucking seen when it comes to learning copy. Now, I've taught a couple of my one-on-one students, they're killing it. I taught a guy that's never learned copy in his life before, he's killing it. He's learning copy faster than a Moroccan learns English when they come on our fucking shores. What I'm about to teach you is, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. The best fucking way to learn copy in the world, okay? Now, if my editor's done his job, you'll be able to see the screen. So, I'm gonna take you through what is considered, probably even if you're advanced, the best way to start learning, and certainly the best way to start practicing, okay? Now, if you avert your eyes to the screen, I have written an email, which I'm gonna take you through, and it was an email which did very well for me. I'm not gonna go too into depth on it, we're gonna go through it one at a time, but the way that you need to practice, this is just a broader term, and a broader lesson in general, the way you need to practice needs to be harder than the actual thing you're doing. As Michael Jordan would say, you practice like you've never won, play like you've never lost, something like that bollocks. That's basically the same gist here. Now, what I'm about to teach you isn't necessarily easy, but that's good. Why would you want it to be easy, okay? If it's hard, that means it's hard for everyone, which means most of you, probably about 85%, won't fucking do it, and you'll be shit. And the 15% of you that do it will be amazing, and you'll make all the money. So, let's jump in. Now, this email was promoting my free class. Now, I'm very adverse to mentioning my free class here, but fuck it, since this is literally promoting it. On Mondays, 8 p.m. GMT, I do a free copywriting class. It's completely free. You can come and I will teach you how to be a copywriter and make 15 grand a month for free. Before you go and click the link in it'll be in the caption, I think, or the fucking description of this video. Before you do that though, unless you're a straight white man, be careful, because you're gonna get offended. That's your warning, okay? Obviously the way I teach is very, very provocative, get the fuck over it, but it is a good time, so if you wanna turn up, link in bio. Right, so it's promoting that, okay? Now, the subject line to this email was, make $10,000 a month smoking cigarettes, okay? Or smoking cigarettes, yeah, smoking cigarettes, okay? Let's just go through this one at a time. Now, I want you to go through this email with me because the lesson in getting good at this will come about 3 minutes after we're done reading it, okay? Also, this is my copy, so you can just steal it if you want. See how fucking amazing I am at writing, okay? So, happy Friday, gaylords. Now, I'm sure you're wondering what the subject line entails. Well, duh, that's kind of why I wrote it. Did it work? Are you intrigued? Anyway, here's how you can make $10,000 smoking cigarettes. And honestly, if we're being real, you can replace cigarettes with anything. Drawing, partying, making fun of the disabled, pissing on the toilet seat, basically anything you can think of. If you do what I'm about to say, you can make $10,000 a month. And no, I'm not talking about those weird TikTok live motherfuckers that pretend to be retards for donations. Ready? Spend 95% of the time in your day smoking cigarettes and 5% doing work that brings in money. AKA work with extremely high leverage. I'm not talking about some wage slave labor, I'm talking about work you can do for 40 minutes a day that makes you thousands a month. Because newsflash, that's what I do. I spend between 40 and 70 minutes a day actually working, and the rest of the day learning nunchucks, going gym, and you guessed it, smoking cigarettes. Welcome to the life of a copywriter. By the way, I was in a job making £13 an hour 14 months ago. It's as simple as deciding what you want to do in life. Join my free class this Monday to learn how you can do the same, unless, of course, you like your job. But for those of you that have read this far, I assume you don't. So I'll teach you how to make 5 figures a month, working an hour a day, live on Monday. Hope to see you there, Tom Stoic. Okay? Smooth, right? Like, panty dropper, fucking, I want to read that again, let me fucking write one of you initiated motherfuckers will write that word for word and dissect it. You'll see how fucking good it was when you go through it line by line. Some of you won't, but for those of you that do, you're welcome, okay? Now, writing that email is considered practice, but practice is bollocks in my mind. If you want to get good at something, and in this particular case, get good at writing emails and good at writing copy so you can get paid loads of money, you can't just practice. You need to do harder than practice. You need to make your practice more difficult. So here's what you're going to do. Pay attention. You are gonna write an email. It can be about anything. I've taught you how to write emails on this channel before. Go and look at one of my videos. It's not that fucking difficult. Write an email. Once you've written that email, I want you to see how many words it is. I want it to be about, like I've done here, 280 to 300 words, okay? Let's just hover around 300, big nice round number. Once you've written the email and it's 300 words, do you know what you're gonna do? You're not gonna shut your laptop and go to bed thinking you've done your practice. That isn't what you're gonna do. Instead, what you're gonna do is you're gonna write the same email again at half the words. Stay with me. You are gonna rewrite the exact same email again with less words, about 60 to 40% shorter. Now, that's what I've done here, okay? You can go through this. It is literally about 182 words. It's 100 words shorter. Now, what you're doing here is as follows. You are writing a piece of copy, and then you're writing the same piece of copy with less words, which does the following. It forces you to pick and choose your words extremely carefully. With less words, you have less words to fuck up. You have less room for error. Name of my cameraman. Hi, error. Does that make sense? Now, when you do this, it's gonna be quite difficult. Writing something and then getting rid of the bullshit and writing it again is a lot easier than it fucking sounds, but that's okay, it's meant to be difficult. And after you've done that, you know what you're gonna do again? You're gonna cut it in half again and then again. So you're gonna write the same email again at 50 words. So we've gone from 300 to about 150 to 180 to 50. Okay, and the reason for that is because, believe me, bruv, you try and write the same email that was 300 words at 50 words, even I'm fucking rubbing my head sometimes thinking, what words can I use? What words are necessary? Which words can I not leave out? Which words do I need to keep in so I can keep their attention, keep the emotion up, keep the intrigue up, have a CTA, have a hook? It's difficult as fuck, okay? And that's about it. Like they say in life, the simple things are best, and this is basically as simple as it gets. Now, don't get that construed with it being easy. It's not easy, it's simple. You're gonna write the same email 3 times at 3 different lengths. And what that's gonna force you to do, instead of just half-arsingly, one-side-brainingly, retardedly write the email, it's gonna force you to pick the right words. It's gonna force you to think, I can't miss out anything here. I need to make sure every single character on the fucking page deserves its spot on the page because I'm running out of fucking words. And that's uncomfortable. And as you learn, when you get good at practicing something, to get better at it, you need to do something uncomfortable to force yourself to have an internal adaptation response, to force yourself to get better at doing something. And that's what we're doing here. We're making it more difficult. Now, the reason I'm telling you to do this is because it is hard, which means that when one of your clients comes along, I signed a client today, by the way, $2,600, not bad. When a client comes along and they say, write us 3 emails this week, it's an absolute piece of piss. Because it's nothing compared to writing the same email 3 different lengths. Write an email, bang, done. Write an email the same length, twice, okay, a bit harder. Write the same email 3 times at 3 different lengths. Fuck me, it's difficult, okay? Now, I would recommend, actually, fuck recommendations, just do as I fucking say. I am gonna tell you to do at least 3 of these. Now, you can write your 30 emails. I do recommend if you're gonna try and get paid to do this, write 30 emails, that's like a baseline. But if you write 3 of these, you write an email about a mug that's 300 words, and then you write the same email about the mug that's 150 words, and then the same email about the mug that's 50 words, it is extremely difficult, especially if you're a beginner. This took me, I'll tell you what, the 50-word email, where is it? Where the fuck are you? Anyway, little dwarf midget. The 50-word email took me like 70% as long as the 300-word email. Because I had to go through each line and think, I need to include this, I can't have that, but if I don't have that, I'm gonna have to put something else in. What word? I'm on the fucking thesaurus, I'm like Eminem in this shit. Which word can I use to put this here? It's too many characters, fuck, what do I do? It's gonna make it extremely difficult for you. But in my experience, and through the people I've taught this to, they are literally messaging me saying, bruv, like, copy's so easy now. I write an email, it takes me 4 minutes. Yeah, obviously, because every time you practice, you're trying exceedingly hard to make sure that every word deserves its place on the page. You wanna know something? I don't know which one it was, one of the veterans in copywriting. Maybe if I remember it, I'll put it somewhere. He was on a podcast and he spoke about writing the same subject line for an advertorial. And as he was speaking, he said, yeah, I was coming up with this really good subject line for the advertorial. I needed people to fucking really buy it. This was a big deal for me. Instead of just writing the fucking subject line like once or twice, you know what he did? He wrote the same subject line 1,000 times. It was about 15 words. He wrote the same fucking subject line 1,000 different times. And what he was doing there is he had his subject line and then he just tried to alter it a little bit, a little bit, a little bit. Can this word go here? Can that go there? Can I put it this way? Can I reframe it that way? How about this? I move this around, I switch this here. I put this there and this there and this there. How about I put a fucking comma there instead of having a different word there? And after 1,000 iterations, he basically come up with like the dog's bollocks of subject lines, like the absolute fucking fanny knuckle virgin pussy when it comes to fucking subject lines. And that's extremely difficult. But I bet he's good at writing them now, and that's what you're gonna be good at when you start doing this. So, by the way, this doesn't just have to be for emails. This can be for emails, ads, about pages, captions, fucking scripts, anything you want. The point is, you just write something and then try and write the same thing with the same implements and the same pieces, just shorter. And it's gonna force you to fucking think harder. And that's difficult. But you know why that's good? Because when some dickhead comes along and says, write some emails for my fucking apparel brand, you can say, that's absolutely piss. And you get to my level where you literally work for 20 minutes a day and get paid $2,600 a month. My client today wants 3 emails a week. It's an apparel brand. I won't say which one. 3 emails a week, 1 on Monday, 1 on Wednesday, 1 on Friday. I've written the one for Monday because it's Friday the 19th. Over the weekend, I'll write the Wednesday and the Friday one. The Monday one took me 20 minutes. Those will take me 20 minutes each. 60 minutes work, boom, done. A week's work in an hour. And the reason I was able to do that is because I've done this. And it's difficult, but it rewires your brain and you'll become a better copywriter. And if you're better at writing copy, it'll be easier. And if it's easier, you can do it quicker, which means you'll be able to do things more fast, get more clients, and get more money, okay? Yeah, that's pretty much it. Do that or just forever be shit, I suppose. Peace.